Hey guys, Joe here, back from do that again. That shit. Hey guys, Joe here, back with another video. We're at Boxpark, Wembley today for the Crep City Card Show. This is a really cool venue, I'll be honest. We're literally bang in the middle of Boxpark, surrounded by all of the really nice food outlets that you have in Boxpark, Wembley. Big queue outside. The show's just started, so people are starting to come in. Different show today. We'll see how it goes, but we're really looking forward to it. Be a fun one regardless, because there's a bar and all sorts of things that we can get up to. Setting up with Dan, the man who's behind the camera at the moment. So thanks as always to Dan. He'll have a video, so check that out when it's out. And yeah, on with the video.
So there was quite a lot of music in the background to the show, which meant that you couldn't really hear what I was saying half the time. And also I would get copyright strikes anyway, I think. So I'm just going to give a quick voiceover and show you sort of some of the background footage that I took of the show. Obviously it was a lot of fun. We made loads and loads and loads of deals. As you can see here, it was absolutely packed. Like, I couldn't actually believe how busy it was. I didn't really get a second to breathe, which was good and bad, I suppose. It means good business, but obviously quite intense. One thing I did bring to the show for the first time was my new mystery packs. You'll have seen these advertised on my Instagram, but they haven't actually launched online yet. However, I did bring them to the show. They did really well. People hit some good stuff. I think Dan thought I was sort of giving away too much good stuff, but yeah, those went really well. I also picked up some raw stuff, which I'll show you in part 2 for my flick-throughs, which will be at the Brighton card show. And we did a bunch of trades as well. I'm sort of big onto my trades at the moment. I'm quite happy to trade out of stuff that's been in my showcases for a while. Obviously keep refreshing the showcases. I think that's always a good tactic. So that's something I did as well throughout the show, and I will be doing at future shows, just constantly refreshing what I have on offer. So yeah, enjoy some of the B-roll footage, and I'll be back in a second. So my biggest sell of the day was actually this Totti Inception auto from 2020. Totti doesn't really sign much, his autos are pretty expensive. And I sold it to a fella alongside one of my mystery packs as well. So that was a good deal, and it was that was towards the end of the day, so it was sort of a really good summary to the end of the day. A really good way to sort of top it all off. One of the great things as well is when people come up and show you collections and ask about stuff. I kind of love all that sort of sharing of information and sharing of knowledge. And the final thing I did at the show was pick up this beautiful Rooney to 10 Inception.
So the first thing I wanted to show you guys is this Cassian Andor and Bits Kaleen Dual Auto Superfractor, which is a pretty amazing card from the recent Star Wars Chrome set. I originally recorded this clip and basically just showed a quick flip. I bought it for 3.5k on Facebook and then sold it to America for just over 5k, so it was a really good flip. And from the outside looking in, you think, well, that's just great, he's just made a lot of money on there. But actually, as is often the case of these things, they're always more complicated than they sort of are shown on definitely other YouTube channels, probably in America. So this card was sent. I sent it off to the buyer, happy days. And then it got to the US facility, and then DPD, who I don't know why I went with DPD in the end, they offered good insurance, but actually that ended up being the problem because I sent it with DPD. The US partner received it and said, no, this is insured for too much, we can't handle this, and sent it straight back. And I had to refund the buyer, obviously, because the car was sent back and he was a bit spooked by the whole situation, which I would be if I was him, to be honest with you. So now I'm left with this card back in my hands. And yes, I can sell it again, but I've had to go through the process of about a month waiting for this card to come back without any tracking. Obviously, lots of back and forth with the buyer. So quite a stressful situation. And just kind of goes to show that, obviously, I want to show the behind the scenes of my business on this channel. And from the surface, you think, oh, great flip. But actually, often, as is the case with these things, stuff doesn't always happen as you'd want it to. So that's my first story time of the day. I re-recorded that clip because I originally recorded the clip and being yeah, I made this sale. But obviously, that has not happened. So yeah. So my next card show is the Brighton card show, which is on 2 weeks' time from this weekend. And I've been preparing all of my raw inventory. It's going to be the first show where I bring my flick-throughs. And I've been buying a lot of good stuff. This was the soonest that show I won against Dan, so I won't sell that. But underneath it, like I bought this at the sports cards show in Boxpark, Wembley. And it's loads of cool number stuff, really, like Neymar gold, some cheap Premier League stuff, which is good for collectors. Zidane, Billy Gilmore. This was sort of a freebie at the card show. And then obviously some good stuff as well, like Aguero early select blue, color match, Di Maria color match purple, Neuer Prism 2018. There's some cool stuff. We'll be coming to my flick throughs at the next Brighton card show. Just been sorting through all that this morning. And yeah, so I recently got this complete pro set on Salesroom on one of the auction sites, and I was like, "Oh, happy days!" Got it for really cheap, and along with some other albums, all good in the hood. But actually, it's turned out to be an absolute bit of a barnstormer. So it's a complete pro set, which has got like from 1990. So this has got Shearer and Keane's rookie in it, Roy Keane's. But if you flick back, it's actually got a complete set of the. I think this is the following year. I want to say. Oh no, this is the update set, which is pretty cool. Obviously, nothing hugely valuable in here or anything like that. Cool, some cool players, cool cards. I'll probably take a few out and put them in the flick throughs with some of the bigger names. But anyway, so I'm going through that, and I get to the back, and they've got the Just the Sun thing here, and the checklist. I think that's the end of it. But no, actually, in the back of the binder was loads and loads and loads of signed cards, and I'm guessing that the original owner of this collection went to the games and got players to sign outside the stadium because they're all with the same pen, this gold pen here. So you've got Tony Adams in the top left here, for example, absolute barnstormer of an auto. If I keep going through, I'm not sure there's any other big names on that page, but remember there's some. I mean, it's really cool, and I've done some Mark Hughes there. I've done some like researching, and most of the autos seem good from what I've seen. Obviously, I can't guarantee their authenticity, but I mean, why would you fake an auto of Mark Garden and put it in the back of your binder, right? Anyway, so that's a really big bonus, and a few of these will be going into the showcase for the next shows, for example. Even got some referee signatures here, which is pretty flipping cool and quite unusual as well. I think there was a Peter Beardsley in here, or have I made that up? I swear I saw Peter Beardsley. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. No. Some of these guys are absolute throwbacks. Like, oh yeah, I did. Peter Beardsley, there he is. Obviously, a Liverpool player in his day, which is why I'm a big fan. And he's also a great guy. Came onto the Gary Lineker football podcast and Match of Day One, and he was great. So yeah, happy days with that. I've also done all my orders, which are all here. And sort of my job now for the afternoon is to sort out loads of stuff that's arrived over the last few weeks and months, really, that it's just sort of accumulated here. I've tried to keep it as organised as possible, but it could be better. And then I also need to sticker up all my raw stuff in here, which I'll probably take you through in a separate video before the Brighton. So yeah. Sorry, a little part two. I was just going back through the album on my own time, and I've got a question for you guys. There's like a set of 9 cards here which aren't numbered. I don't know what they are. If anyone knows what they are, please let me know. But also, I found some more autos. These are obviously not in the gold pen. These are with Byros. So they're not as good autos. But Seaman is there. Roger Joseph and David O'Leary. I can't say I know who that is, but Arsenal fans might. But yeah, David Seaman in there as well. So yeah, happy days. I've also got a PSA stuff to quickly show you. Only a very small one, a vintage one from the London Card Show. I sent it back when PSA were there, and unfortunately, it hasn't quite gone to plan. The cards have come out of the cases, but PSA, in fairness, have offered me a free reholder, including postage to the US. So that is appreciated, but equally it is frustrating, especially because we did quite well, like a 1.5 on a Circus Girl, 4.5, which is an insane grade on this Taddy. Vivian Woodward from the London Mixture edition, which is super, super, super rare. And also a Winston Churchill highest graded Ogden's Guinea Gold base D series in a PSA 6, but it has come out of the case. But that aside, a really decent little mini vintage haul there.